Hi everyone, it's Alex for Academia, and today we're going to have a look at APA referencing. And APA, of course, is the American Psychological Association, and this style of referencing is used in social sciences, in the field of education, nursing and commerce. So you've probably been given an essay to write which involves research. So whenever you use information from other sources, you must acknowledge the writer. So if you use information online from web pages, journals or newspapers, or whether you use hard copies, newspapers and books, you must reference. So there are two things you need to do. You must include in-text referencing in the body of your essay, and at the end of the essay you must include a reference list. So we'll have a look at both. Okay, so let's take a look at in-text referencing, and this is where you include the referencing in the body paragraphs. Okay, so let's have a look at these two sentences here. We've been working on a discursive essay about animals in captivity. So these are two sentences that we can use in our essay. One of them, not both. Okay, let's have a look at how in-text referencing works. So in this sentence here, I have some information which I found online, and we've got this sentence. Asian elephants in European zoos lived to a mean age of 15 years. And that information I found from this reference here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got our brackets. I've included the names of the authors, their family names, and I've used the symbol and. Okay, this is very important. Don't forget our comma here. And then we write the year that the paper was published. Now, if you notice here also, full stop at the end of the sentence. Now, I can also write that sentence and include the author's names within the sentence. And this is what it would look like. So, a study by Clubb and Mason. Here's my reference. And once again, I've got my brackets, the year of publication, 2002, and my reporting verb, very important. So a study by Clubb and Mason, 2002, revealed that Asian elephants in European zoos lived to a mean age of 15 years. Okay, so that's our in-text referencing. I'll be back in a second and we'll have a look at the reference list. Okay, see you. So let's have a look. Let's take a look at our references. Sorry, here we go. Let's take a look at our references. Okay.
Just stop it and start again.
Let's have a look at our references. So if you're using electronic sources, this is what you need to do. Hang on a minute, there's something wrong here. This doesn't look right. Okay, I know what we need. We need to put the author's names first. Okay, now what we need is the date of publication. Here it is. Okay, now we need the title of the article. Here it is. Okay, that's better. Now, you'll notice that the title of the article is in italics. Perfect. Oh boy, now, the web address. So, here we go. Now, let's have a look at journal articles. So let's have a look at journal articles. Who put the names upside down? Let's check this out. This is completely wrong. So let's have a look at this. We need the author's names first. We've got our author's names, and now we need the year. Okay. The year of publication. And title of article is next. So that's the title of our article, and now what we need is the name of the publication. This is it here. Now, the next thing we need are some numbers, and so we'll need the volume number and the issue number. This one, and page number. Let's put that there. Now, the next thing we need is the DOI number. So let's have a look at this. We've got our names of our authors here. Don't forget your commas after the family names. And of course we need a full stop after the initials. And here we've got our publication date, 2003. Now you'll notice that we have the title of the article. It's quite a long one. Let's take a look at the capital letters. Okay, so nowadays we just use a capital letter for the very first word. Okay, and if you have a colon, the next letter is capital, but the other letters, of course, are in lowercase, unless they're proper nouns. Now, here's the name of the journal, and once again, this must be in italics. And finally, we have the volume number. This is also in italics, but the issue number isn't. Okay, and then we have the page numbers here, full stop. And then we have something called a DOI. This is a digital object identifier. We use this in replace of the web address or the URL. Nowadays, a lot of journal articles will have a permanent address, and therefore the DOI guarantees that this will be the address you can find it forever. It won't disappear in a year or two. Okay, Now, the last thing we need to do, of course, is let's take a look at how we organise newspaper articles in our references. 1 minute. Let's take a look at including a newspaper article in our reference list. That doesn't look right. The first thing we need is the name of the author. Now, the next thing Now, what we need is the year, the month, and the day the newspaper article was written. The year. Oh. There it is, the year, month, and day. Now, what we need is the title of the article. One's upside down. Okay. Okay, that's our title of the article. And now what we need is the title of the publication or the newspaper's name. The Guardian. And what we now need is the URL or the web address. So we say retrieved from okay, and that's our URL. So this is our references list. Let's have a look at a couple of key points. First thing, you must make sure your references list is in alphabetical order. So as you can see here, the names of our authors are listed alphabetically. And one more thing you need to do, make sure that each line is double spaced. And as you can see here, the names of our authors are towards the left margin, and the remaining lines are indented. This is another thing that you must remember to do. Okay, so that's APA referencing. Don't forget, you need to do 2 things. You need to include in-text referencing and a references list. Good luck. See you next time. Bye.